Are you okay? Would you like to go in there and what's wrong?
Nothing. Hi, hi, Heidi and George. Hi, Heidi and George. George is in the house. Hi, peeps.
Hey, Racer.
Racer X says right pick looks kind of crusty.
I'm not even going to repeat once again. I said it 1,000 times when the mic was off. Showed that photo of the crypt keeper. That's also one of Ricky's girlfriends. 90-day fiance trap.
I had a girlfriend, Joe. I used to have an ex-girlfriend. I used to call her Krusty.
I called you crusty last night.
That's a different story. Yeah.
Yeah.
This channel ain't gonna talk about nobody unless there's something wrong. And I mean something wrong. It could be big, it could be small. But when you post something online, people think it's Bible, yo. If it's on the internet, it's real, but it's not. And that's
Yeah.
the problem. And that's what we're here to talk about and say, yo, that's not how it is.
We should have called Philippine Antics "What's Up," you know. So basically, that's been our thing here lately. Is like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Ooh wee.
What's up
What's up
with
with
that?
that? What's up with that? Ooh wee. That's I like that Saturday Night Live skit that he does. And every time they have a celebrity on, it's kind of like he cuts them off when they go to talk and everything. So cats everywhere. So today we will be talking about um, culture in the Philippines, and when we talk about cultural situations, I think a lot of people forget that when they get there, that although there's a lot of American culture going on within, the Philippines, there's still a lot of culture, like the religious. There's a difference in food, big family, and some of these gentlemen that are coming over here that are engaged to the women that come to see the country for the first time. We have another one that we're going to cover also on another day, that it can be a big shock when you actually get here, food wise, weather wise, going to the family home out in the province or something. And you okay? Still reading?
Hmm.
So, um, but anything you wanted to add to that?
No, you're spot on.
Oh, go ahead. So there is a difference, guys.
No, that is, yo. I mean, you have to remember in any relationship, there's always somebody beyond you, and don't forget that other person. Whether it's whether long term, short term, whether you care for them or not, there's still another person past you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So today, we invite you to actually chime in and talk about like when you got here, if you were engaged or getting married or coming here to see someone. Like what cultural differences did you guys actually find? And today we'll be talking about Larry and Jenny that met, I think, over 5 years ago on 90 Day Fiance. He came over here and visited. It looks like in 2017 he made his first trip here before they ended up going back and waiting 1 year for their K1 uh, visa, their fiance visa. And there's some family incidences, but I don't know what level or what videos you have. I know we discussed a bunch of clips, so I don't know how far back you're going. So Ricky here was responsible for clips, so that we're actually going to react to. Um, Another basis of it is she's from the Quezon City area, according to what was put online. When they did get engaged, and then she went over there, it looks like they lived in a trailer, which looks like in the beginning it was apparent that she was disappointed that they lived in a travel trailer on a plus 55 lot in Pinellas Park. What do you think of Pinellas Park there, Ricky?
Yo, don't live there.
So the gentleman's originally from Florida and worked at McDonald's for 15 plus years before he just recently retired. And it also looks like the gentleman just went back to the Philippines a few months ago and spent 30 days. And this is after their marriage. No kids, but he has some adult children from prior relationship, and he has a couple grandkids. But a lot of people mistake that those are their children. They're not. His son is married to a Filipina, which I never got around. There are photos that I have in there, but they're not uploaded to the cloud because once again, my partner here is not on the ball. I can't do everything there, Ricky.
Keep in mind, yo, we're not picking on the guy. We're not picking on the girl. There's just some. What was the word you used last night?
Animosity,
No.
hate, scrapper, can't stand them, low lifes, scumbags, country bumpkin, country hick, expat trash, trash,
Yo
trailer
yo yo
trash.
yo yo yo. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Well, okay, so I'm joking. What? What? What?
Oh.
Faux? Oh, the faux pas. What you talking about, faux pas? What you talking about, faux pas? No, I want to. I want to give props to watching Every Man Has a Story. He made a statement, and I think I'm going about ready to make the opposite statement of what he said. He said that just because somebody comes on his channel and he does an interview doesn't mean that he agrees with them. If they're a Trump fan, that he's with them or that he's against them. If they're a Biden person or whatever their thoughts are on whatever, that's their thing. And I still believe in all that, but I'm just going to let you know there's a good chance that we're going to react with what messages are coming in, what emails are coming in, what we read on the internet, the gossip channels, TMZ now, or what will mix with the Philippine culture, with the American culture, because we're an interracial couple. So I'm joking about those things, but all those things did possibly come to mind. He's like one of those guys that's just his life. You can't go picking too much. And when he got to the Philippines, he just acted like everything was a problem. He complained about there not being like the electric going out and the fans going out and all that. And I don't know as much as it's a complaint because I get upset when the power goes out too situation, but he also insulted the family down so much it really hurt her feelings. And other celebrities were even commenting on this gentleman. Even Chrissy Teigen's got involved
And
and
again,
had
it's
some
nothing
words to
against
say.
either the guy or the girl.
No, they seem to be happy
But
and
there
they're
are
going
things that
strong.
occurred.
Although she is a spitfire, she's like a stallion, babe.
Yeah, there are things that occurred that should never have occurred, and we're gonna tell you what you should avoid because sometimes people forget what they are. The reason I'm just gonna show you the clip is to put an establishment that this dude lives in a or used to live. They just moved, yo.
They
And
moved to Texas
and
recently.
why did they move?
Um, I don't know. You're asking me why they moved.
Okay. So
They were in a 55 plus park, and I know he was working with his son. I started to say that his son actually looks like he married a Asian woman. I don't know. I didn't get all the stuff on that, but that's where the grandkids are coming from. And you thought she was the actual actress, or I call her actress from 90 Day Fiance, celebrity,
now keep in mind that
but
again
he's with a Filipina too, his
that
son.
now
He's
again
military.
we're not picking on the gentleman, okay? But his background, in his own words, he's one of the greatest unknown filmmakers. And
You gotta look at his filmmaking.
no, I didn't put any. I'm not gonna put any
You
of
gonna
his
allow me to?
videos up. Now I'm trying to establish a character here.
Oh, you're trying to establish his
Before
character.
Jenny showed up in his life, he quoted himself as the greatest unknown filmmaker. And then I'm gonna show you that again before Jenny came into his life. It's just recent now. We're just trying to establish again that a gentleman that again his hobbies are being a filmmaker. Does he have previous relationships? Everybody has. Okay, he's not a young gentleman. He looks young, but he's no young gentleman.
Well, currently he's 40, 42
Yeah,
or something. It appears that there is a 14-year difference between them.
which is okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna show you a short clip.
What's going to happen on this video, I'm going to break down the numbers really quick to show you if you're still interested in getting a travel trailer RV. Watch this video.
Now, keep in mind that the video again is about him getting an RV for him and Jenny.
Are you sure that's what he's talking about?
Yeah, and he's going to show you the cost. Now, this happened again 4 years ago.
I don't know.
Right.
So this is pre.
I'm just letting you
well,
know
I'm
the
reading-
prices are going to be off. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the prices here.
Okay, so this is pre her showing up on 90 Day Fiance or his own video?
Because it breaks down the numbers. They're going to deliver the travel trailer, and I'm going to set it up really quick, and it informs you on the steps you need to do to set up an RV or a travel trailer. Basically, when you pull up to a campsite, here's the numbers. Okay, if you get a travel trailer or an RV, okay, or if you have an apartment, If you have an apartment, you're gonna have rent.
Wow, he's
If you
breaking
have an
this
apartment, you're gonna have
down.
rent. Your rent's gonna be $900 a
Wow,
month for your
5
rent.
years ago.
Your electric's gonna be $950.
That'd
So
have been
you're
a
and you
good
could
deal.
have water. You have to have my.
Now here's the problem with this theory, yo. The RV park he's talking about is what? For
Trailer trash.
no 490, 55 years old and up.
Hey, you asked me and I'm gonna say it. Okay, so why would he move to a 55 plus? I thought there was something involved in that one.
Okay,
I
now
thought maybe he was a maintenance man there, or something else besides his McDonald job.
right, there's 3 stipulations on how you can move into a 55-year-old trailer park before you're that age. And what are they?
Are you asking me what I really think, or what the actual rules
Well,
are?
there's just 3
You mean
basic
like
ones.
like inheritance? Yes, you got to
Okay,
be as old as dirt, like you,
okay, and then what's the last one? You
Hill,
just mentioned it. You actually just
the
mentioned it.
hillbilly.
No, you have to be a maintenance man or an employee of the park. So,
You almost sound like Forrest Gump.
so that's what I'm saying, yo. Again, so now
Hey,
the
Eric.
explanation he's telling you right now, just remember, don't apply to everybody.
Water payment. So your monthly rent's going to be about $950 a month. So check your homework. Every area is different in Florida. Rents might be a little bit higher. Rents might be a little bit lower.
Now, well,
Here in
obviously,
this part
that's a
of
little
Florida, I
cheap. I
found
don't
that
know
the
what
rents
that
are
is.
pretty
You
high.
probably a studio, yo.
Okay. Then here's your travel trailer numbers. If you get a travel trailer or an RV, it's going to be about $20,000
Pay attention to
for
the 10
a
year
good
there.
model.
10
10-year
years.
I
payment
still think
is
that's off.
$200. You're going to have to pay a park fee. Park fee could range from $500 to $900. I got a deal because it's off season.
And
So
it's a
my deal
55
is
park, man.
$525. My deal. Off season rate $800, in season rate $900. So guys, payments are exact.
Frame, can he?
Okay, now, yeah, I was about to say something. Now, this is in his own words. Again, I'm not picking on the guy, yo. Dude, if you're watching this, pay attention. If you're the greatest unknown filmmaker, don't chop off heads.
Right.
Most of his videos chop off heads. Just
Now, was
saying.
this was on his personal channel, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but still.
And I want to let you guys know that in June we did try to see if they would do an interview, because his celebrityhood of the 90 Day Fiance has really died down. Although he's one of the more rememberable ones, I figured to see. We didn't say whether we would put up cash or do whatever. But we did ask him, "Do you mind doing an interview?" Because some people do pay for these interviews. I want to let you know that they do, and there are some that aren't endorsed and paid for, and some that aren't. And the guy didn't know, but we asked him, and we have not heard back. He didn't even come back and say nicely, "No, thank you," or he didn't answer. And I doubt that he is that busy that he couldn't answer his emails and stuff. So he didn't answer in regards to doing an interview. But
Now, there's 2 reasons
we did try it.
why we showed you that little clip there. Again, we're trying to establishing he lives in a trailer park, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't no shame in that. He lives in a trailer. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. Ain't no shame with that. That's not what we're after. But I believe watching the shows, he never told his future partner. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of expats that come here and say, "Oh, I live in a beautiful home." Yeah, you do probably. Yes. Again, there ain't no shame, no trailer. But a trailer is a trailer. A home or a house, as it was, is a house, and they're thinking it's a house. In Jenny's exact words, I've never lived in an RV before.
Yeah, she wasn't exactly happy. I guess he didn't mention that or something.
That's what I'm saying. Again, there ain't nothing wrong. No hating the player there, but you have to again communicate. Let them know, yo, 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 yo. I live in an RV park. I live in this house. It's a trailer, but it's nice, and it's nice. Again, he lives in a nice trailer. It ain't no cracked up trailer. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice trailer. Nothing wrong with it, but let your partner know. Okay. Now, again, we brought that up to establish that the type of person he is. He lives in Pinellas Park. And again, not hate on Pinellas Park, but Pinellas Park is not exactly the up and ups. This ain't no Beverly Hills, you know what I'm saying? Pinellas Park is known for trailer parks, just saying. And they ain't no I ain't hating nobody there. I have friends there. That's how I know. Now or used to have friends there rather. Because I only had one friend there actually. Now, I'm trying to establish a character here. You have a guy who lives in Pinellas Park, okay? He lives in a trailer. His job is he's
Well, he
been
quit.
in and then in did he move back into that job?
What job?
No.
No, I don't.
Okay, no. Well, again, we're just
In
establishing.
the last, right, I'm not sure 100%. I know he worked at McDonald's for 15 plus years. He went from Florida, they moved on to Texas.
Right.
They're currently living in a house. So as far as the painting, I think he's just doing that with his son.
Right.
I think that's what his current work is he's doing maintenance and
So
stuff.
again, I'm just establishing character here, and the reason why is because it's actually important on his reaction. Because again, he worked for McDonald's again, but he ain't no fire cook. He was a maintenance guy, but still, you guys know what I'm saying. All right, now the next one is actually from the show. Now you can tell it's not his footage because it's spot on. You know what I'm saying?
And right here, I'm reading a few things, and I wanted to double check. It says a certain percentage under 55 are allowed in those
Yes,
parks.
that's correct.
And most 55 communities allow a younger spouse if one of them are, but he's not. And there is rules and laws for these 55 parks. So technically, they don't have to. According to this, 80% of the residents, it's where they actually have at least one person. So if it is, so neither of them qualified for that, but it looks like it was one of those parks that made an exception.
Yeah, and you got a guys.
And it says the law allows this type of discrimination because um, they need elderly people that can be different from the younger people
Yeah.
as far as the parks. So technically, they really don't have to. So if they did, they might say certain percentage of the residents within the home may be above 55. This might also place a minimum age on the children that are allowed in there. So some of them actually can't even bring kids in the park. Like if it's your grandkids, they actually give. We've seen them in Florida because I lived there since I was 15.
Yes,
That
you have to let them know it's your grandkids.
there's all kinds of rules to these
And
55
then they have to
parks.
leave in a certain, like, I believe most places are only allowed to stay for a week.
Yeah, it says it could be a big problem if you have 55 and have children young in the park because they're very reluctant to make any of those
They're
exceptions.
like and that's another thing. They don't like those noises.
And you have to get right here. It says most by their rules say that you have to get like some sort of there's a limit on the 2 days a week that they're allowed to stay, and there's a limit on how many days the guests can actually be in the park as far as kids and guests. Like you can't have everybody show up at Christmas time. So there are rules for them allowing that.
Mm-hmm.
But they say right here there's all kinds of rules that are bent. You can't, like, let's say you want to really be in a 55 plus park. If that park's allowing certain things,
Sleeping with a park manager helps, yo. Just saying, little tip there.
Okay.
Wink, wink.
Okay, well, let's get on Ricky with this trailer stuff. So I don't see where this is establishing the culture.
Okay.
You got like culture coming out of your ear.
Okay, here we go, yo. It is rude. When a Filipino offers you food, that is your chance to say no. And that is your chance to say, I get offered food a lot whenever I visit the Philippines, whenever I walk down the road. You have no clue how many people says, hey, come and eat with us. Now, remember what this channel told you before. As a general rule, when a Filipino invites you to eat with them, say no.
Say no.
Yeah, say no. There's a difference. What I'm saying is, okay, now what I'm saying is,
Oh, and don't forget about the opposite, babe. At Christmas time, every time, if there is food or they know, remember we had a lot of people that will just randomly show up during, a couple
Right.
days before Christmas, Christmas Day.
Now there's a difference when you actually want to spend time with that people. What I'm saying, like genuinely spend time with them. Then if you want to genuinely spend time with them, then say yes. But for the most part, say no. Why? The poorest person will invite you, no matter what, whether they know you or they don't know you. They're like, hey, come join us.
And they do expect the same, by the way, because like I said, I remember this will be considered my third Christmas here in the Philippines. And the first one, I did not know, there's a lot of celebration that come up right before Christmas, but the one is, remind me, it's up to midnight or at midnight is the real celebration on Christmas Day.
It's called Simbang Gabi is the
Okay,
thing,
that's what
and
I'm trying to
then
get you to respond. Hello.
all right. No, now again, what I'm saying is will Filipinos invite you? Yes, they will. Can they afford it? That's a different story. You know what I'm saying? You have to remember, depending on family background, yada yada this, yada yada that. Is there enough food? Were they really expecting you? Out of it's kind of like a mutual respecting. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know there's a ton of food and they were expecting you, then yeah, of course say yes, kind of like what he is. But if they were just eating and you can see there's just enough, barely enough for two of them, they weren't expecting you, but they'll invite you anyway because that's a Filipino way. So say no out of respect for them. You say no. You know what I'm saying?
And there's Sarah did make a comment. That's a good point, Sarah. If her boyfriend shouldn't she know that he doesn't eat meat? And you're right on that. That would make sense also.
Right.
And that's the good thing about this conversation. When you guys come into our lives, we may be right, we may be wrong, we may be crazy, like what's his name says in his music, but we want you guys to participate. It reminds me, and I was telling George last night that there was the show The View. And I want your guys' opinion on this real quick. I know it's going off the path here. When it comes to that show, Whoopi Goldberg stepped off the set because she was upset with one of her co-hosts. You guys have seen me step off. But the conversation went, they were talking about the Lambert girl, the singer. And during her concert, there was somebody taking photos and yelling things out at her and everything.
These girls are worried about the selfie and not listening to the song. It's pissing me off a little bit.
Well, they should have had the captions on there. What'd she say?
Are worried about their selfie and not the songs.
They paid their money.
They paid a lot of money for
And
those.
Lambert took the time to actually address the girl and say, hey, pretty much in so many words, this is my concert. Why are you bothering me? Why are you taking the photos? All that. But she snapped at her, right? So that was the whole topic of conversation. Whoopi Goldberg said that you should respect the singer during their concerts and you shouldn't be interrupting or, doing, Cardi B. There was a thing back and forth where she threw a water bottle at her person, but people throw things at her all the time. Whoopi's point is don't interrupt the singer or don't disturb them and all that. But it is a performance. The other host, I don't know what her name is, she actually said, listen, they paid $746 for that seat. I'm going to take all the damn pictures I want to. And, I'm going to do what I'm going to do in that concert. So there's always multiple views when it comes to these reactions. That's why we're doing it, or what we're actually talking about now.
Now
So
I'm gonna go fast forward into the present. Okay. Okay. So this is him having his birthday.
with his grandkids.
Okay, what's
That was
that?
his birthday present. He was proud of that
Yeah,
iPhone. So
right.
that's why he's happy.
Now, see, this is his birthday. He's having a fun time. He's eating,
With his grandkids.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
They're his son.
44?
That's how they look like.
Good job taking care of your brother, Amelia. Wow. Good job,
Both his sons,
Amelia.
by the way.
Nice job taking
Notice
care of
his
your
wife's
brother.
not there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have something
How's
to talk
work, my
about
love?
after
Okay,
this. Oh, he picked her up from work.
now he picks her up from work.
Hey, Ricky, where does she work? Where you used to work? Go ahead. Where does she work?
I missed you on my birthday dinner with, thank you, my love. Camera is really good. Look how clear it is.
It's gonna be drop off.
I got your food here, my love.
She brought him. She got some food.
Yeah. To go box.
Here you go. Want to take a look? See how you like it?
Because you're driving.
I'm driving. I got it. How's it look?
Good, thank you.
All right, my love.
Now notice
Love
he
you.
ain't happy, yo.
How was work? Good.
That's good.
Not happy.
It's okay. Tired.
You're working hard. That's good, though. I missed you for the birthday, but at least you're working and making money.
Now,
I would have waited to take my spouse after the fact.
right, and now I've been in the US for a long time. I've never had a birthday alone. without
without
my
the kids and
family
your
and I'm working.
family.
You know what I'm saying?
She was not happy, guys.
That is not right. That ain't right. No, by no means. I mean, you don't plan a birthday party without your spouse. Now, on his defense, again, we don't know the whole story. It's possible. This is speculation. Very possible that his family didn't want her there. And the reason
Says
why I say
speculation,
that
yes, is
is
there was
because
issues in the
the
past.
gentleman that talked it about her was there.
Right. So in the past, um, allegedly through reading articles, they both cheated on each other. There was no proof, and that they're saying they're a happy couple. But the cousin actually said that she was talking to guys through her Facebook allegedly, and that she continued on actually doing that.
Okay,
So
so again, what we're talking about again, there's a chance that there's some conflict with her family and his family as far as the reason why she's not there. She probably also there's a chance that she even may have said, "Oh, I didn't want to go to your birthday party if they're there." You know what I'm saying?
no, and Ted says right here, Title IV is covering not wearing the U.S. flag as clothing. Right. So there's been like we had like a bunch of people said made of the American flag, but there's also where they said in the appearance, like bed sheets and everything else. And I'm gonna put something to you. If George Washington actually seen it, you think he's gonna know whether that I'm going way back on you guys, going into a deep thought. If George Washington and Abraham Lincoln was in this room right now, you with me, Ricky, on this one? And he's seen that on the Filipina P. You think he's going to know right off the bat whether it's made of the material? Here, let me get an inspection on that. Let me get a real close. Here, give me an inspection eyes there, Ricky. Let me get a real close up inspection. Is she wearing the flag or is she not? What are both them gentlemen going to say about that bikini? The answer is going to be yes. They're going to think she's wearing the flag. We've looked at a lot of different articles that were made in the appearance. Again, there's a big difference in 50% looking like the flag and remind you there's a difference in showing American spirit and then wearing something that actually is. She would not wear something that close in the Filipino nature of the flag and wear it here. She would not have worn the exact same thing as a bikini in the appearance of a Filipino flag.
Okay, now
But yes, there was a big
now
thing back and
just so
forth.
you guys know again what Haya's talking about. Be aware that there's a difference that there's something that looks like the flag
And made of the
and
material.
no, and what I'm talking about is inspired by the flag. Now, inspired by the flag, you can tell the difference that the outfit was inspired by the flag. So what am I saying? For example, a good example that everybody knows, Captain America.
Or Uncle Sam.
Yeah, or Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam and Captain America
but
have
this was
clothing that inspired by the American flag. The real Uncle Sam didn't have red, white, and blue, yo. The real Uncle Sam did not have red, white, and blue. It's blue and white. And yeah, red. He did have red. I guess it was the bow tie, but the entire outfit was basically blue and white and a red bow tie. Later on, it changed, and it's not because of that's what the original Uncle Sam is. Even to this day, the original Uncle Sam is. You can tell the official Uncle Sam and the non-official Uncle Sam. If you guys go to Google Images right now, it's again you can tell the
inspired would be
what right
another.
inspired. Again, same thing with Captain America. Captain America, good example. He has the red, white, and blue. He has the stripes, but one star. Well, two stars if you count the one on his head. He's got two stars or three stars, the one on his back. Okay, three stars versus a bunch of stars. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between wearing something that is inspired or something that resembles. Again, this is not our law. We didn't write this stuff. Okay?
Kiki's in there, or Mr. Fluffy further down said Senator wore a Filipino flag at his graduation in New York and says athletes do it all the time to represent the country. I sent a message with that story. Okay, I get it, but I don't think it was
Now, it doesn't mean something's official. Doesn't mean that everybody approves. A good
right. I mean, this article I'm not even going to bother
a good
going through. It just I don't think it's
right.
right.
A good
So,
example.
but
Okay, a
it's
good example. Again, I am not the one who made this comment, and I'm not the one that's against this flag either. There's an American flag, black and white. Now, this is extreme now. It's black and white. Okay. Or actually, there's two flags right now. And actually, legally, there are they are allowed to do this. However, there's still a movement out there that are against these flags. Put it that way. Again, I'm just letting you know, letting you guys be aware of what's going on with the flag thing. There's two black and white flags out there. Again, legally, they are allowed to do this because, again, it's the two departments that are actually.
And I wouldn't say that's still somewhat
Yeah.
inspired, right?
Again, so there's two flags again that are actually allowed to do this. Legally, the police department, the fire department are allowed to wear the flag. If police personnel and fire department are allowed to wear the flag, yes.
And he is a senator, by the way. That's going to make a big ass difference. Correct? It says that the senator on Sunday did not violate any laws when he wore the Philippine flag as part of his toga during his graduation. And so I guess there was also some flack in regards to him doing that. It says here, wearing the Philippine flag in whole or part as a costume or uniform. It's still not allowed.
No, it's not.
So, okay, well, maybe he did. So I get where you're coming from, Mr. Fluffy. So according to him, he said he didn't. So then, yeah, the rules are a little different on that. So I see where you're going on that, Mr.
Even
Fluffy.
then, to that point, that there are people that are against these flags. Now, I don't agree with these people.
And I disagree with BT and Betty that's in the room. Further down, they actually state using the American flag as a bikini is her just being patriotic.
Patriotic, correct. If she was American. Patriotism is your home country. Therefore, the definition of expat, expatriate, because you left your country.
So that's
Since
where we're-
technically she is an expat in America, but that does not make her American. Is she an expatriate from her country? Yes. Is she a patriot of
the
America?
same with the military.
No.
Because I see where they mentioned, including BT and Betty, they said they wore the flag while they were in the Marines. Okay, that's a lot different. That's a lot different if a Marine sitting there with something that's in the appearance.
Yeah,
of a
think
flag
about
on
it
the
that way.
beach.
Think about it this way. Again,
So-
you're breaking traditions, Glenn. Think about it this way.
Well,
You're an ex-Marine, right? Are you okay if somebody wore a Semper Fi tattoo and they never went into the service in the Marine?
No.
That's the same thing. Is that okay?
well, I mean, like I said, the being and again, that's where the comment came in that it is an etiquette, and some people will see it as wrong, and that's my opinion. Again, that's not. I don't care if it was her, Beauty, a dozen. Let's put Sharon Lapu Lapu out there. If any of those women would have been doing the same thing, I'd have that same opinion. If it was one of her little Russian women that she interviewed and they were wearing it, I'd be saying the same about them. Where you all get me twisted is that we keep attacking the P directly. That's not true. It's the actions that are, and it's the other people we see messages and what we read. So I just want to get that straight today for sure because
Yeah, now I got you, Glenn, that you want to defend the P, and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, it's
well,
not
there are
our,
other people. Every message
it's
that's
not
come
our
through.
opinion. It's not necessarily our opinion, not
Oh,
necessarily our
it's
law.
fine. I don't think she should have been wearing it.
Well, what I'm saying is a lot of
It
people.
was not inspired. It was 98% looking like the flag. We've seen women that are wearing them, but they're not that close. Like she
The
wore.
bikini top, yes, 100% looks like the flag, and that's the one.
And then the bottom,
bottom,
was
no.
actually, well, it was red and white stripes. It was still the same type of stripes on the bottom.
No, I get
Yeah,
it,
you put
but
it together. If you probably put that all together, you do have a flag. Pretty much.
yeah, I know that. But
It was pretty close on. So, anyways, I'm not going to spend the rest of the live discussing her, but that's just where we're at on that.
hey, Heidi Hazelkirk, the ladies
Ladies
pick. All right. Race X says Rick Pandesal with coffee. Oh shit, there it is.
California Bear further down says, my girlfriend wore a U.S. flag bikini top as an American. I had no problem with it.
Right.
That's
Again,
fine.
some of you do and some of you
And
don't.
he said she was an American on top of that.
Right,
But it
and-
depends. Was it inspired? Was it exactly the flag? Because if it was exactly the flag, then
And a lot of people.
it'll bring me back to that it's not okay.
Right.
Inspired would be one thing, and where it's actually the flag will be another. And Joseph further said, absolutely right. That's why I serve, so people would have that right. Kind of missing that. Nobody
No.
knows
He's
here
saying
because
he agrees with the wearing of the flag. And again, it's it dep- again, first off, we're not the one who wrote the law.
and we understand that people, the newest generation, 25 and under, it's a new world. You got the openness of the gays and lesbians. I really think that the United States and the world has come a long way. You have the trans, you have all this openness, and it's okay. But sometimes, as an American, no matter what, you got to step back and say, what the hell is really going on? And George lived in the United States for how many years? 20 plus years? 20?
26.
Okay. So your family's landowners, they're actually US citizens now. And so, I mean, he's been around the culture long enough to know that it's just not, but you can't really. Joseph says how many women can fit into a bikini. Okay. And that would be exactly my point if you're on board with that. That's why you guys are on board with it, because she can fit into a bikini. A lot of them did on that beach with her. Actually, I'm going to say right now, she faded on that beach. So, I mean, so she can fit into the bikini. How many women can fit into a bikini? A lot. So, BT and Betty further down just said, I got a Philippine flag shirt. No one ever said anything about me with it. Okay.
Okay.
And I mean, good for them.
Good for you. Now,
I mean,
we never said burn your freaking clothes, yo. Now,
and a t-shirt would have been a lot different possibly, but I mean,
okay, don't take and
representation.
twist our words into whatever really twisted shit you have in your head. That's not what we said.
Right.
And again, I even said that the extreme of this debate, nothing to do with us. I even said the extreme of this debate, and I don't agree, and a lot of people don't agree, that the black and white American flag with a red stripe in between should not exist. That has nothing to do with us.
Right.
But what I'm saying
and
is,
he says, "Amen." Or amen looks like what he's saying. Have the right to wear whatever flag they want to, or a man. It looks like he said amen, but it's maybe a man has the right to wear whatever flag they want.
okay, now there's a difference.
We
If
said
you wear
etiquette.
it,
We didn't say nothing about a
if you
law.
wear it in disrespect, that's a different story too, whether it's real or not. It's kind of like what I'm saying is the burning of the flag in America, for some strange reason, a lot of people get away with it. That's against the law, and a lot of people get away with it. Just saying. You burn a flag here in the Philippines, you're gonna go to prison, guaranteed.
And as you just heard, the Philippines doesn't even play around with article of clothing that looks like the flag. So it depends. Wear them shorts around. Maybe the one Filipino won't say nothing, and then maybe the next police officer will. I don't know.
Right.
Because according to
Now-
the article, it's not even supposed to look like it. Does that mean that you should? Because etiquette or whatever in each country, it kind of changes.
No, again,
kind of brings you around.
there's a
bunch
lot of things that, again, most apparel that have the American flag, to me, are done in a respectable manner, which most people in the U.S. agree. Even the anti-flag people would agree. Okay, that's okay to wear. What I mean by anti-flag, anti-modification of flag. Like I said, there is a movement against the police flag and the firefighter flag. That's really on the down low. That one you have to really search and look
It
for.
says here that during National Flag Day celebration, it says that the senator in the United States, or that's there now, argued that the Philippine laws for that does not apply while the guy's in the U.S. So in other words, he wouldn't have been able to use that same outfit here in his graduation. That's what they're saying.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't know he was in the U.S.
He was in the U.S.
Okay,
wearing the
then no,
Filipino flag.
Okay, now does that make him exempt? Yes, but does that mean he disrespected it according to our law? Yes.
A lot of people see it as if she would have been wearing a possibly Filipino flag over there.
She would
that'd
never
have been
dare. She would never dare wear a Filipino flag bikini here.
I'm talking about there.
Yeah. Now, yeah, if she
If
wore
was
a Filipino flag over
representing
there,
something that resembled, as you see, the senator's getting a hard time, but you didn't see her doing that either. If she was,
well, Right.
Whichever it is. So I'm gonna get off that because, like I said, we should have just did an entire.
Okay. So
Let's
now,
let's address a what I would call a trollish comment here. Looks like our sexpat hunter is back again. Welcome back, because we've had him in our room before. He said Heidi loves to pick on the pea, and it's obviously she's jealous. Is that what it is? Is
no,
that
no, no.
really what
It's
it
not
is?
about jealousy. The difference is between if
No, I don't
somebody
think so.
gives you the wrong information and then we counter it.
And that will show the size of your brain too, because if you're watching the way you've been watching, you'll know that that's exactly what I'm not doing. That's what you think I'm doing, and that I'm jealous. And you're far from it. The P is the P, okay, and I am me.
No,
There is a world of difference. You can never compare me to the P. The one thing you keep trying to compare me to is the size of her channel and her body type and who she is as a woman. No, that's not. I'm not jealous of the P, and we've said it before. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And then on top of that, he says, "Stop bullying your husband, Heidi. It's his channel, and you don't add much." Well, if you would like to add something to this, cam up. I believe you came on here before, and I'm going to offer that.
no.
Go-
Heidi makes a lot of valid points, regardless of what you feel, regardless of what I feel. She has a lot of valid points. Just remember that. Does she add to the channel? Yes, she does. Now, the P thing. Okay. The
Yes, the
only
size of your
thing,
brain.
the only thing that we hit.
So the size of my brain has something to do with me working at Walmart, does it? Does it?
No,
I lived out in the middle of nowhere, and there were only so many jobs. I work to take care of my family. So I mean, anybody that works at Walmart, you're saying they don't have a brain? That was also a stupid comment. Check. Give me a
no.
break that they work at Walmart change their brain size.
Now, the only controversial thing that we hit about the P, and I mean by controversial, is the flag thing. And again, even in America, there's extreme pros and pro wearing of the flag and the anti wearing the flag. Again, these are two different things that we did not create. Okay, good.
Evidently, you hit a nerve. Further down, Sex Spat Hunter is going on against Kiki. He said, "You changed your eating habits because of your in-laws." He's like, "Wow." And he goes, "And Heidi should change her so George isn't embarrassed of me when we go out in public." First off, I don't give a damn. I don't care what George thinks of my size. George definitely doesn't care about my size. And it's definitely whatever. I mean,
Georgia ain't
that's just your once again probably sex fun or whatever his name is. It's not even his name. First off, you can message us. You can message us on Facebook, and I'll be more than glad to send you a link, and you can cam up with us. We'll bring you in right now so you can talk and join as a guest. I doubt you do. You're just going to hide behind the keyboard, sitting there talking about somebody's size and no brain because somebody worked at Walmart in the past. All about the Filipina P. What, you gonna sit there? Did we? Oh, geez, you really don't have a brain, do you?
Mhm.
Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last man falls. I don't need them anyway. When I'm with you, I have it all. Oh, I'll never let you slip away. Oh, and you don't have to be afraid. I will hold you till the sun comes crashing down. I'm yours until the end of time.